Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cardwell's Cauldrons here at Geektopia Island. I'm Cardwell.
And I'm Kevin.
And today, we are going to do another Pioneer deck, for sure. Of course, with the spoilers of Theros is coming out, and it's just, I kind of don't want to make another deck until that really comes out, but, because there's so many fun things in it. So, I am rehashing one of my favorite decks that I made a while back when, Return to Ravnica came around, and I almost got Day 2 in a big tournament in New Mexico. I think it was a Grand Prix, actually. It was pretty fun. But a stupid tie destroyed me, because Supreme Verdict is a card, and I hate it very much.
They get there.
Yeah, for sure. But the deck is called Blood Under the Bridge. And before we get into it, we go and remind you that we do have a Patreon. It only takes $1 to support us, and we love you very much for it. And for that, the link will be down below. And now with this deck, we'll do the start of the deck. Lotleth Troll. A black and a green 2/1 trample. And you discard a creature card, put a 1/1 counter on it, and then the old keyword, regenerate. So you pay 1 black, regenerate Lotleth Troll. And while you don't know what regenerate is, it puts a little bubble on it. And if someone tries to kill it, it basically taps it and removes all damage or death or anything from it.
Yeah.
It does not save it from exile though, sadly. But it's still there, and it's still really good.
Or negative counters.
Or negative counters, yes. That'll take care of it for sure. But, I don't know. A long time ago, I still love creatures. So this guy who can just build himself constantly. Like, if you can protect him and just put him down turn 2, you can just win. Because with, trample and regenerate, they block. Okay, cool. Take damage. I regenerate.
Yeah, he's so good. Like, he's so strong to deal with. Because he's, like you said, he's a 2-mana trampler.
Yeah.
Great.
And, of course, we have to talk about the other part of the Wombo combo that no one played, for sure.
Is Corpsejack Menace.
Yep.
He is a black, green, and 2 for a 4/4. And if 1 or more counters would be placed on a creature you control, twice that many 1/1 counters are placed on it instead.
Yes. So, just Lotleth Troll gets 2 counters, and you'll see all the crazy fun combinations that will soon be happening for sure.
So, counters, we're going to put them everywhere.
Yeah. Alright, the first one, of course, that was not part of this whole set was Experiment 1. 1-drop, 1/1, human ooze. It has Evolve. So Evolve is whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness, then this creature put a 1/1 counter on Experiment 1. Remove 2 1/1 counters from Experiment 1 and regenerate as well. So that's pretty good. Hopefully all your dudes just keep surviving all the fun board wipes.
And with Corpsejack Menace, he gets ridiculous because your other dudes still get those counters when they come in.
Yep.
If they have come in and play triggers, and then you just regenerate them and you revolve some more.
Yeah, just double big stuff for sure.
Next up is Slitherhead. It is a black-green hybrid, so one of either of those colors. For a 1/1 plant zombie. And he's got Scavenge. Which Scavenge is a weird mechanic that hasn't seen play in a minute.
Yeah.
But it is 0. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a number of 1/1 counters equal to this card's power on target creature. Scavenge only as a sorcery.
Yeah.
So essentially, you put this dude, you play him, block or attack or whatever, he dies, then you scavenge onto a dude, and he gets +1/+1.
Yeah. Or even the best thing, turn 3 Lotleth Troll, you just ditch this, Lotleth Troll gets a counter, put this on it, he's already a 4/3 with Regenerate, with 3 mana open, and you just swing. And you just go for it. Yeah. Also, another scavenge card of this set is Dreg Mangler. He looks like a licker from Resident Evil. It's a 1 black and green, 3/3 with haste, which is super good. In general, back in the day.
Yeah.
And it also has scavenge, but it has 3 black and green, and you put 3 counters on target whatever after you scavenge.
Yeah. So this dude just helps you get there because he just plays for 3 mana, and you're just gonna beat them down some more.
Yeah.
And when they're forced to block him, you're like, cool, scavenge onto my Lotleth Troll, and you can't stop me anymore.
Yeah. And since we want all the creatures we ever can and kill at the same time, we have this guy.
We have Murderous Rider. He is 2 black and 1 for a 2/3 zombie knight. He's got lifelink, and when he dies, you put him on the bottom of the other owner's library. And then he's got an adventure part, which is Swift in, 2 black and 1, instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, you lose 2 life.
Now, if you're playing standard, you know this guy for sure. I think, like I said, we just need creatures, and we also need kill spells. And this guy fits them both, of course.
Yeah, he fits that spot exactly, because you're like, oh, I need to kill that dude right now, kill him.
Yep.
And then I can have a creature later.
Exactly. And this guy also does the same thing. Ravenous Chupacabra. Remember him? 2 and 2 black. Enters the battlefield. Destroy target creature opponent controls. It's a 2/2.
Yeah, sweet.
That's just what you need.
Sometimes you need angry doggos to kill the world.
Exactly.
Next up is Kalonian Hydra, our big guy. He is 2 green and 3 for a 0/0 with trample. He enters the battlefield with 4 1/1 counters on him, and whenever he attacks, you double the number of 1/1 counters on each creature you control.
Yep. Each creature you control.
Yeah, so if your Lotleth Troll has them on him, you double his counters. Anyone else that has counters, from whatever reason, scavenging or whatnot, they get more counters.
Exactly. And the reason why I made this deck so long ago was Corpsejack Menace and Hydra, and Troll as well. But, so here's the fun part about Hydra and Corpsejack Menace. So you swing with Hydra, he gets double his counters, so he places 4 counters on him. And then, of course, Corpsejack Menace doubles that. So you have 12 counters entering on Hydra, which makes him a 16/16 trample.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a dude scoop a melee at the tournament on the last round when he realized the 16/16 is coming at him for free. Like, he was like, no, that doesn't work. I was like, yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
The replacement effects are fun.
It's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'll let you talk about it. It's your favorite card.
Okay. Well, I'll let you talk about this guy.
All right. One of the first spells we got is Driven and Despair. It's one of the weird split cards. And the first one is Driven. It is a green and 1 sorcery. Until the end of turn, creatures you control gain trample. And whenever this card deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. And then it's Aftermath, which is you play from the graveyard for Despair. Until the end of turn, creatures you control gain Menace. And whenever this creature deals damage to a player, that player discards a card.
Yeah.
So if you get them both, you can play it first for Driven. And then get to be able to draw a lot of cards, and then after that, or before you attack, you're just like, cool, Despair, you discard cards.
Yeah, for 4 mana, you're creating a life buffer / hand buffer too.
Yeah.
You make them discard 2 or 3, and you draw 2 or 3, and it's amazing. And I played this, of course, with a lot of token decks and Omikit, and it just works so well, and I figured you're discarding your hand to Lotleth Troll a lot, so you might as well draw as many cards as you can, and Advantage is taking away their cards as well.
And the other major keyword of it is it gives all your dudes trample.
Yep. And Menace. So good luck.
Yeah.
Blocking all the dudes. And my baby, as he's talking about, is Ranger's Guile. It's a 1-drop instant, favorite card almost of all time. Is target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until the turn.
Yay!
And that's just what I do. I just like to protect my dudes for 1 mana, and I love it.
Yeah. Save my Kalonian Hydra. Thanks.
Yeah. Very much. Thank you.
Next is Find and Finality. It is the black-green card from the newest Ravnica. And you return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand for Find, which is black-green 2 hybrid, whatever, however you want to play it. And then Finality is a black-green and 4, or you may put 2 1/1 counters on a creature you control, then all creatures get -4/-4. And in this deck, if you have Corpsejack Menace, you double that, so you get extra counters instead, and then it's just, it clears the board. It's kind of ridiculous whenever it does all this.
So that's cute. I didn't even think about that. Well, I mean, it had counters. But yeah, if you just have Menace and Hydra, and then you put the 2 counters on Menace, he still survives, and then you swing, and then you just win.
Yeah.
Because Hydra still doubles his counters, and it all doubles the counters. So it's pretty cute. Alright, and another kill spell plus recursion is the Eldest Reborn. One of my favorite Dominaria cards ever. It's 4 and a black. First Saga. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Second, each opponent discards a card. The third one, of course, is put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard, so yours or your opponent's, onto the battlefield under your control. And this just helps you with ditching the Lotleth Troll early in the game and then getting back your Hydra or their Teferi or whatever.
Yeah, and in terms of sagas, this is one of the best ones. Because it's just, it does so much. It does so much.
It really does. It's just, Guile will just keep constantly doing that. Like back to back of those just really hinders your opponent for sure. Alright, now we'll get into the lands. We have 24. Back in the day, I used to play this deck with 22, so I don't know how that happened. But we, of course, have Blooming Marsh. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer lands. It's just a fast land, and it's just really good. It really helps with all the Lotleth Trolls, Slitherheads, and Experiment ones for sure.
Next up is Hissing Quagmire. It is comes into play tapped. It's a man land, is what they call them. Adds a black or green, or you can pay a black, green, and 1, and it becomes a 2/2 black and green elemental creature with Death Touch until the end of turn. It's still a land.
Remember this one being extremely annoying.
Yeah.
In Standard.
Yeah.
I hated it so much. Of course, we have Overgrown Tomb because you need a shockland, right?
Yeah.
It's a swamp forest. Tap. Enters the battlefield. If you pay 2 life, it comes in play on tap. Simple as that.
And then finally, we have the Buddy Lands. The Woodland Cemeteries, as long as you control swamp or forest, to come in untapped, and they add either of the pillars.
Yeah, so there you go. This, as before, these are kind of mana intensive with the Golgari colors in each set because they're almost all gold. So you need as much of the dual end as possible. And of course, you have swamps and forests. And we don't have sideboard because I'm not sure exactly what your meta is for Pioneer and all that fun stuff. But we do have honorable mentions just in case to put in the main deck or sideboard information. And the first one is Mistcutter Hydra. It's 1 green and X. Mistcutter Hydra can't be countered and has haste and protection from blue. Simple as that. And of course it comes with the counters with X, so done.
So let's make it bigger with Corpsejack Menace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then War of Hydra, it just doubles the counters immediately. Because it already has haste, so you don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
And also if you play against, because Pioneer is a little slow and grindy, it seems like. So if you put Managorger Hydra, it's 2 and a green, trample, 1/1. But when a player casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on Hydra. So with Corpsejack Menace, it just doubles every time any player, you and them, plays a spell. So it's really fun. And I love that card a lot.
Deck looks wild.
Yeah. It was, like I said, it was one of my bigger decks back in the day. And I know I didn't get like a whole 24 hours really to be able to study every single black-green card to put in this deck. So I'm sure you can probably figure out to make it better, even with spells or creatures that recur and all that fun stuff. Like just Pulse of Marassa comes into mind and just different cards for sure. Well, with that, the deck list will be down below. And if you have any comments or ideas about the deck, just go ahead and put those in the comments as well. And hopefully you enjoyed your stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.